An enriching experience awaits visitors to the community of Blenheim. Whether you are a Jamaican dryland tourist, a Jamaican from the diaspora, friends and relatives visiting from overseas, or a foreign tourist just seeking to explore Jamaica's rich heritage.
Welcome to Blenheim.
Blenheim is a small farming community in western Hanover, neighboured by the districts of Dalmally, Diaspora, Cacoon and Davis Cove. Blenheim is situated 9 kilometres from Hanover's capital, Lucea, and is known especially for its abundance of mangoes of various varieties. A very tranquil place, Blenheim is the community where national hero, the late Sir Alexander Bustamante, one of Jamaica's most revolutionary and heroic sons, was born on February 24, 1884, in a small thatched-roof cottage to parents Robert Constantine Clarke and his wife Mary.
Good morning, I'm Dawn. Welcome.
He was the only national hero to be so designated whilst still alive.
America, Panama, and Cuba. He changed his name from Clarke to Bustamante. He was born and grown here in Blenheim. When he was 20 years of age, he left to St. Patrick. He was the first Prime Minister and a national hero. He was born on the 24th of February, 1884, died on 6th of August, 1977. But his name still lives on in history. Here in Blenheim was named after a place in England where a world leader was born by the name of Winston Churchill. Follow me, we're going on to the monument and then we can support each other. Here we go.
Today, Busta's house is kept in immaculate condition under the auspices of the Jamaica National Heritage Trust. An effigy of Bustamante dressed in top hat, a three-piece suit, and white gloves is the first thing that captures your attention upon entering his house. It was made from clay by Jamaican artist Philip Henry. It seems not to be as tall as Busta though, who was 6 feet 2 inches tall. A film narrating various aspects of the life of Bustamante is also shown during tours of the property.
For 30 years, his adventurous spirit took him to several countries, including Panama, the United States, and Cuba. And during his travels, he changed his name from William Alexander Clarke to Alexander Bustamante.
So this is the family tree. Okay, so down here, Bustamante Alexander Clarke, that's his, yes, it's his original name. And he was married 3 times?
Right.
I didn't know.
And he had how many children? You see there? Children.
English widow with 2. Okay, so these. Well, he said English widow with 2 sons and a daughter. So he married her, but those were his stepchildren. Yeah, those were his stepchildren, 2 sons and a daughter. So they were married, and that was his first marriage. Second marriage to Sophie Townsend and Gladys. And so his father was Robert Constantine Clarke, who married twice. And he married Busta's mother, who was of mixed parentage from Dalmally. Okay. And then, so that's the grandfather. So Alexander Shearer, Margaret, missing out who is Norman Manley, married Edna. This sounds, Swithenbank sounds German. And yeah, Douglas and Michael. And so his mother was Margaret and Thomas. Okay. But they were related to Shearer as well. Okay, so he had moved to St. Catherine and then moved to Cuba. Okay. And he went to Barcelona and became fluent in Spanish. Okay. he was going to go into the beekeeping business, but didn't stay long and was off again. So he's a serial traveler. Okay. So Bustamante meets Miss G. Okay. Gladys Longbridge.
Was his secretary.
Right.
Bustamante has been described as a charming and affable extrovert. The London Times had this to say about him in the 1950s. Outside of Jamaica, Bustamante has been described as having limitless store of common sense, shrewd intelligence, and an uncanny way of making friends and influencing people, a sharp wit, an amazing memory, a daring imagination, and tremendous physical capacity. Blenheim is the perfect place to visit to learn about the life and times of Bustamante. Up to the point of Bustamante's birth, Blenheim Estate was still owned by a Scotsman named Reeve Lawson Johnson. The Blenheim Estate consisted of 961 acres and it produced pimento, indigo, fustic, ornamental trees, and logwood.
Alright, so Bustamante's birthplace, he was born in Blenheim 1884. And he attended Cacoon and the Dalmally schools, private tuition. But you hear this, Bustamante was not an academic, he was a practical boy with a remarkable memory. I never took notes, I depend on my memory, he said. I played drafts and enjoyed swimming in the nearby Eves River. Where's Eves River?
East River.
Eves River.
I'm not
Or that dry up. Bustamante also had a sense of humor combined with the ability to be at ease in any company. But if you ask him what he likes doing best, he would say riding. So this is where he used to ride all over on his horse.
There are also many interesting storyboards mounted inside the house, which tell the story of Bustamante's life from the days of his youth, his many travels, fight for justice for the working class, and his leading of Jamaica into independence. There is also one that stands out, his infamous confrontation with the police, led by a particular commander.
Company workers to join the general strike. I remember Orrit. Who is Orrit now? I remember, okay, Police Inspector William Arthur Orrit and a squad of constables with fixed bayonets. He was the, okay, so Bustamante draw film pistol too. With this pistol drawn, they blocked our path. I remember Orrit rasping, "Turn back, Busta! Turn back or I'll shoot you." I remember women screaming, "Lord God, I'm going to kill him now. We're going dead now." I remember Busta legs apart. Head thrown back, hands dug deep into his trouser pocket, saying to the officer with the gun pointed at his belly, in a voice as hard as steel and as cool as ice, "Shoot me, Orrit! You can't stop us. Shoot me, Freddy." So Orrit said, but I say, "Turn back, Busta, for the last time, turn back." I remember Busta standing there unmoving, statue-like, while women screamed and brawny sweating black men flinched, fidgeted and bolted up and down John's Lane, lest the muzzles of Mark the 7th rifles spit death at them. I remember how Orrit's gun wavered and how he wheeled and shouted to his men, "Aim!" And when not a man moved, how Orrit shouted louder and angry, "I say aim, you fools!" Bustamante then became a living legend. Finally, he said to the magnetized cops, "You are our brothers. We are your brothers and sisters. You cannot shoot us. We're fighting for you too." I remember how, without a second glance at Orrit, Busta waved his right arm like a general signaling his troops to advance and walked past Orrit through the lines of cops and onto the ice factory. That was Busta's greatest hour. Okay, so this was when
tore his shirt open
Yeah,
and said, shoot me.
he tore his shirt open here, but he was up in age here. Bustamante tore open his shirt to his navel and challenged the police. Shoot me or you can't stop us. Shoot me if you dare. So Ort was waiting on the other men to do the shooting. Ort never wanted to do it himself. Bustamante arrested. Okay, 1930 was arrested. Addressing firefighters, sent to prison without bail. Okay, and Norman Manley became an active mediator. Okay. So this is
Bustamante, who became the first Prime Minister of independent Jamaica and founder of the Jamaica Labour Party, has been described by many as a fearless and flamboyant political giant.
On September 8, 1940, Governor Arthur Richard Bustamante arrested. Bustamante was arrested a number of times, man. Was arrested and placed in preventative custody at Upper Camp in Kingston for an alleged violation of the Defence of the Realm Act for making an inflammatory speech. He was not released until 17 months later. Bustamante promised that he would put in the Legislative Council many of the common boys and predicted that he would win 75% of the elected seats. And he had a program for old age pensions and so on and so forth.
Bustamante founded the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union in 1938 and the Jamaica Labour Party in 1943.
Bustamante Industrial Trade Union. Bustamante and his horse at the trade union meeting. 1943, the Jamaica Labour Party formed. Meanwhile, it was rumored that Alexander Bustamante would not be able to contest a seat or even vote on election day because of his name. Bustamante reported the Daily Gleaner was formerly Clarke. He has omitted to have the change legally recognized. Bustamante promptly solved the problem by having his name officially changed by deed poll. My name was Clarke and it was changed to Bustamante, but I am the same person. That's what he said in 57.
Bustamante and fellow national hero Norman Washington Manley, founder of the People's National Party, were cousins, and Busta always expressed his love for Norman. One observer even reported Alexander Bustamante had what could be described as an obsessive loyalty to his relatives, particularly to his cousin Norman Manley, for whom he had a special soft spot and for whom he repeatedly expressed love and admiration. On one occasion, Bustamante declared, "I love my cousin. Norman is weak as shredded oats. He may even be a sneak, willing to wound but afraid to strike. But he is so innocent, he could be a saint. And if he were to die now, he would go straight to heaven."
Bustamante in opposition. After 10 years in office, Busta had his first taste of defeat in 1955. On the 12th of that month, PNP led by his cousin Norman Manley won the general election. Bustamante telegraphed his good wish to Manley on his victory. "You have won a close race and now have the opportunity you have longed for. I have always taken defeat without bitterness and triumph without boasting. We shall be an honest opposition. Good luck." So, Busta greeting his cousin Norman. And then there is something on the Federation, British West Indian Islands Federation.
Some of his personal items are also on display in glass cases in another section.
The stuff that he used to use is complete. to take up the water, and this is a face basin now. He used to pour the water into to wash his face. This is his chamber pot. We used to call it chimney.
Right. So these are his official. These are originally. They are original. They were used by him.
Right.
So that's Bustamante's chimney down here. His face basin, his wash
Chamber
basin.
pot.
Right, and his goblet over there. They call it chimney chamber pot. And these are enamel.
And over here, you know, this eyeglass.
That's his original eyeglass case.
Riding shoes.
Okay. What size shoe is that? What size shoe did he wear?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
like 12.
We can see.
It's like 12.
Yeah, we can see the size.
Because he was tall.
Yeah. And that's the wicker basket.
Right, this is, I wonder where this was made here in Jamaica?
Yes.
Because this is, so it was made in a factory. This, that person who made this skill. You know, I see things like these online for like several $100 US. If we could get persons who could master doing something like this, man, that would be good. I see it online and I spray it in blue. And it looks so good. That's his glasses.
Yes. And over here is this traveling piece.
Okay,
We
what's the one?
used to call it Dulcinea.
Yes. So this is traveling, okay. Dulce.
Different days from me, you know. You can see with this now in for you.
I better say this will come back in a step of fashion revolts.
You see the suit? It's identical to the one that he has on up here.
Oh, yes. So that's his original, one of his original suits?
Right.
Okay. So, with the Queen, with the Pope, with His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie in '66, Prince Philip, children of Deva, okay, showing children with a pillar and banana, greeting children, spelling bee championships at the White House, meeting Sir Winston Churchill.
I met Bustamante when I was a child, just outside the gate there was a fancy on a tree, and I met him there and his wife, and he gave me money. He gave me, I think that time it was £1 and pence. He gave me how much? I'm not certain, but my mother took the money and purchased gold for me.
Ah, enough money in here. So what was he doing here back then?
He came here to visit.
Oh, because this was up. Oh, okay.
But this was not the original house. The original house was burned down 2 times. Everything right out. Was a chef.
Okay. But you grew up in this area?
Yes. Next door is Busta property, my family property.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not living here. Out further.
Oh, okay. So okay. So it's honors and awards. His honors and awards. Knight Bachelor, Great Britain. What's this? Order of the Knight Grand Cross of the British Empire. Distinguished Order of the Brilliant Star of the Republic of China. National Order of the Cedars of Lebanon. And National Hero. Order of the Liberator in the Grade of Grand Cordon, Venezuela. Franklin Mint Peace Medal in 1966. And he got Key to the City of Miami in 52. Honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, Fairfield University, Medal from the City of New York, Doctor of Laws from UWI, and Meritorious Service to the JAS. And these are Princess Margaret attending. These are images of him with some other members of the royal family, Commonwealth people. And 1962, raising the Jamaican flag at the UN headquarters in New York, marking Jamaica's entry as a member of that body on September 21. So That's him and some other persons. Oh, these were images of him in his later years. And he got a state funeral in 1977. He died on August 6, 1977. So he got a state funeral, so soldiers carrying his casket.
Apart from the replica of the original cottage, there is a buttery consisting of a fireplace and other kitchen items from the days of old. Under the house, there is an encased burnt house post from the original structure.
So this is the buttery. This building with walls originally constructed of wattle and daub was used as a buttery and kitchen by Sir Alexander Bustamante's family. Okay, going into the buttery.
Here's the buttery, here's the stuff that we used to use.
This is the original structure, but they put concrete on. Okay.
There's a green. You know what a green is?
Cage fish.
No man.
What?
Here they used to hang the meat. They don't
Oh.
never have fridge in those days.
Right.
So they used to put the meat over here, hang it here, the whole fire,
Oh.
like the fire. So he preserve it.
Oh,
The
okay.
smoke,
Right.
preserve
Cure it.
Lavwood and pimento they used to use in those days.
Oh, okay. And these are from the original house. The pots are
Yes.
from his original house. So it was Busta's pot.
Cement, there is spice that I heard
Coffee.
they used to use.
They used to grow coffee up here.
The mortar. The high they used to put catch at the fireside. And the clothes. And this is pimento.
Right.
Cinnamon. And in the makeup they used to use this. You know what is this?
This was the kitchen bitch.
Right. Kitchen bitch. They use kerosene oil. You know kitchen bitch wall?
Yeah, ma'am.
Kerosene oil, they chew it and light it. And they used to use this water.
To keep the water cool.
Yeah.
Right. It's made from clay.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Clay pitcher.
Right.
And this one over here, okay, it's mixing bowl.
Bowl.
But that's made from wood. They carve out the wood. Lignum vitae. That was like
Yeah.
lignum vitae. So this structure was here.
Yes.
Okay. So this is Bustamante's kitchen. Sir Alexander Bustamante's kitchen. So this is
It
iron.
update though. It upgrade though.
Right. It was upgraded because it used to be wattle and daub.
Right.
Right. So these are some of the artifacts from then. So it's irons. And that's his pot. That's his cooking pot over here. That's made from iron. And his mixing bowl. And a crank. Yeah, crank.
The property on which Bustamante was born is a national monument consisting of 3 acres. It is managed by the Jamaica National Heritage Trust. In 1984, the original cottage in which Bustamante was born was razed by fire. It was subsequently rebuilt. However, the replacement itself was ravaged in 2005 by what started out as a bushfire, which got out of control. A replica of the original structure was again built by the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, and the entire facility was upgraded, after which the Bustamante exhibition was opened to the public on February 24, 2007 to mark the 123rd anniversary of his birth. The land around the property is well maintained. is lush and green with carpet grass all over. Green ambience makes Blenheim a perfect place to spend the day basking in nature and listening to chirping birds and just be at peace. The grounds are beautifully landscaped with park benches which enable you to sit and enjoy the space, or if you prefer, you can lie on the plush carpet grass and take in the crisp, fresh air of Blenheim, as Hanover has the best air quality in Jamaica. At the top of the property, there are mango and soursop trees, as well as stone benches for relaxing and taking in the breathtaking view of the property.
Mangoes are on Bustamante's property. These are like what we call common mangoes, but there are a lot of different species of mangoes here in Blenheim and the surrounding communities. So you have a lot of ripe mangoes that fell off the tree. Blenheim is full of fruits. This is one of the soursop trees on Bustamante's property. Yeah. Maybe in another 2 or 3 months, these will be ready to eat. Right, so these are some June plums. They're not ready as yet. Maybe another few months from now. But they hang so close to the ground. Alright, so this is a castor bean. This is a castor bean at the Blenheim Heritage Site. You know, castor bean is used to make castor oil, which is good for the skin and good for hair growth. So this is a cedar tree, what they call the bastard cedar, and it's used to feed cattle, and the fruit that it bears can also be eaten. I've never had it though. This is another rooster, please. Alright, so this is another tree that is used to feed cattle. It's a guango tree. These are what the guango blossoms look like, and this is the fruit that comes from the guango tree.
Placed strategically around the yard are also text boards of some of Busta's notable quotes.
We have Busta said this in 1967. We never had much, for there were 12 of us. Sometimes we had no meat, not even herring, to eat with our own yam. But when you dip a bit of fresh Lucea yam in some salt water, it is nicer than it is nicer than beef steak. So I'm supposing that he's saying that they never had a lot of protein, because this community is a place that has a lot of fruit, a lot of yam, but then, you know, they might not have been able to have protein, maybe chicken and beef and so on. But food is here in abundance. There was in abundance there, and it still is now. A lot of mangoes, turmeric, coconuts. Yeah, Blenheim is an abundant place. Alright, so this is one of Bustamante's famous sayings. It is the duty of every man and woman throughout the world to fight injustice and to right wrongs fearlessly, not influenced by personal friendships. And he said this in 1935.
The residents of Blenheim are very welcoming. Many are farmers who cultivate mainly bananas, yams, turmeric, sugarcane, and other fruits, and also vegetables.
Okay, so you come up there and do the tour. You don't need to do the tour because you know everything already. Yeah. So what kind of fruits? Or the mango, You pick them already, or you go pick them? Which price you go for? Where you live?
right. It's right across.
Which would I drive? The same so would I drive?
No man, you can't
What
just
to drive on the bottom road?
Yeah.
No, so me say the road is terrible.
I just want to go past that, I don't like that road.
Oh. So you live at the roadside?
Right.
So that's you?
Right, yeah, that's it.
Okay, so I will pick them now, I will go past.
Right.
Alright. So in the next. You leaving now or
No,
so
man,
you go?
come sister.
Alright, so when we're done, we are going to the mango there. What kind of mango you have?
Project. Steve, no, over there.
Which one name so?
It's only called mango, but it's sweet.
Okay, Jerry Care over there? Oh. I have coconut, I say. Really must be there. Okay then. So we're together now.
Yeah man, you know what?
Alright. And Steve, where's your pineapple?
Star fruit and pineapple.
Where's up here? Where's
Star
your
fruit, pineapple.
star fruit? Yes, so them can come and eat. People can come and eat as much as everything I waste up here, not true?
True, man. Everything they waste, man.
Abe,
And abe too, right?
maca fat.
Yeah.
And guineps and
A lot of guineps. Come here, Steve, and come talk to me and tell me what the fruits and what they are blending. Oh wait, how are this? No something a plum.
yeah, plum the white. Also,
What them
find
there?
two here. What else I do?
Come here, someone and come talk to me. So Steve, you're the gentleman who takes care of the caretaker, you call it, right? Yeah, and you've been planting pineapples and stuff like that. Okay, so tell us what the fruits that people can get to taste when they come to Blenheim.
Yeah, we have a good coconut and the pineapple and guava and star fruits and some plums and so forth.
What mangoes?
Yeah, man, we have lots of mango right now. Some nice cherry here. Red cherry.
Bird cherry?
Yeah, you can.
Bird cherry too steamy, man.
Yeah, man, we can eat. Anything my bird eats,
No,
you can
no,
eat.
but,
Yeah.
but you have plum.
Yeah, we have plum, yeah. And we have sauce up.
And a lot of mangoes.
A lot of
Some of the
mango.
mango, the variety of mangoes up here.
Yeah, we
You have
have
stringy.
We have Jerry Carr and we have Quadra Head and we have Julie and we have East Indian,
Number 11.
number 11 and Black Key called Greenage.
There's a spring nearby,
Yeah, down the bottom there.
and that spring used to supply Cousins Cove and everywhere
Right,
else with water.
right.
So what happened to it?
Not much, down by...
Water is
Oh.
still pumped from
Yeah,
it?
no, different here I get water from it.
So
now.
but people up here go down there to get water?
Yeah, there are lots of spring, one around there and one down to Cove. Yeah,
So the water can drink straight out of it
straight
and
out
nice.
right, yeah, man.
Where is it? By the roadside or have to go deep now?
At the roadside, we don't drive
That side.
in Cove, at the bad spot, seat, if you drive that way, you see down there.
So the water coming out of the rocks
Out
or
of the rock, out of the rock.
like to the side of the rock or on the ground?
Out of the
Out of
ground.
the ground?
Out of the ground.
Okay. If I come back on next day, I can go show me.
No problem, man.
I'll go
Yeah, man, everything nice up by Busta place, you know? Yeah, nice view and nice look out and nice hang out.
With all of the carpet grass.
Yeah, man, nice kind
Nice place with keep picnics and stuff.
Yeah, right, nice.
Yeah.
Carry towel and long pan grass and
Yeah.
get some suntan, yeah.
Suntan. You have coconuts already? Okay, good. Thank you. You come back on here because we got a spring there. So the spring water come up no far, it pours.
Yeah, man, they run hard, man. They run long, but they run through rain time, they run. But in dry time, you kind of slow down.
Yeah, trickle down. Yeah. But you're from Blenheim.
Yeah, man, I'm doing
You live in Blenheim all your life.
it. All my life.
It's nice and all you're hearing is the birds.
Yeah, man, just birds are here and fowl, the crow and stuff.
So when you show us your yes, yes.
Them be already.
Okay. So this are the sugar fine.
Sugar, yeah, man. Cowboy.
All of the, no, hold on now. This is a cowboy or a sugar? This is
That one
long.
is sugar one, yeah, long
So
one.
sugar pine.
The
Yeah,
cowboy
it's
one
pretty.
is shorter one.
It's pretty.
Over by patches and we can get one.
Oh, go over where? So you said this one will soon be ready?
This one is soon be ready.
And it's green?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I think them grow bigger than this.
Yeah, man, because sometimes when you dry in the pandemic, you
It's
can
pretty,
get
man. Oh, it's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see one more over here, so.
Yeah. I don't know I could get on this one. Mint.
You have one garden?
Look one on there.
Oh, but we have that.
Yeah, that one, you know.
That one is already.
A big cup. Oh. You should try this.
So you planted the leaf of life?
Yeah, man, yeah. And the mint. That's yours. Nice mint.
What do you mean?
That's
You just plant the mint? Okay.
There's another mint.
What's about this one?
It's a nice cold bush too.
What name?
Hurry.
Horiel. You know this?
Hurry, yeah.
Horio.
Whatever you want, hurry.
We know it, you know, but
People use it for ornamental as head.
yeah.
As head. You're walking a Busta's footsteps. What? Me and Busta were the same size.
A point of interest is the 4 concrete slabs, each with a print of Bustamante's boots on them.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm here in Blenheim and I have my ticket. It's 400 Jamaican dollars for Jamaican adults, 200 for Jamaican children, and if you're visiting from overseas, it's $5 US for adults and $2 for children. Yes. Oh, not there. Where there? Oh, it's getting white.
Yeah, white inside.
So Steve is gonna tell me about this thing called maca fat
Abe.
or abe, and so this palm, it came from West Africa or something like that. Nobody knows. All right, so tell me about it.
Yeah, the maca pot, you know, when it's young, when it ripe, it red. And when it's ready, the red part can heat too.
So it comes off a palm tree. That
Yeah,
palm
right,
tree.
right, yeah.
That palm tree at Bustamante's heritage site. Okay. So you broke this earlier, but how these things are tough?
Hold on, let's show you.
Remember Maca? Trunk.
Okay.
Ah, no.
So just look here.
Oh, okay. So this is what it looks like. But it's softer when it's not that
Young,
dry.
right? Yeah,
Right.
yeah, when it's not stuck like that.
Oh, okay.
Different, man. It's wonderful.
Well, it's tough, man.
Coconut.
We have to come back in a
The
time when
the
them
teeth
soft.
good. The teeth good, man.
We'll
So
come
you
back
can
in a,
practice.
Look how much can I stuff.
See, good, because it's not too tough.
You don't
Come
know
on, when
that
it's
it's
fresh.
softer than that.
No,
Really?
No.
Jesus.
That's softer.
Mm-mm.
That's salty.
You bite it up and
Okay.
chew it up, you know.
Okay. A lot
You
of
see-
birds are up here because
Yeah.
they have a whole lot of food to eat. They have mango, they have everything. Bird cherry.
Banana,
What kind of bird that?
blackbird,
Oh, okay.
clean. So it is good.
You must enjoy water or something. Taste.
Alright.
You taste. It's the niceness like in a coconut. So even plums can be found here at Bustamante's site. Oops! I started eating one. And a lot of these plums are here. So once you come to this site, once it's plum time, you'll get plums. So that's another reason to visit. And there's June plum down there, another reason to visit Bustamante site. You get to sample all of these delicious tropical fruits that we have here. Alright, Paul.
This is one of my favorite Jamaican candies.
What's the name of it?
It's called Busmajar, Busta, or Bustamante jar bowl.
Man, Blenheim people vex with you know. What kind of name is that?
Well, that's what we have been calling it for 70 years or so.
Okay.
And that was long
After
ago.
Bustamante?
No, it's about the last 70 years. That's what I've known it as. Right, so I'm not sure. Maybe it was named after Bustamante, but from my childhood, and I'm almost 70. So, anyway, it's made from coconut and sugar, and it is a hard candy, and it's double wrapped. And the reason I'm this big and strong is because I used to eat this paper. I would eat this paper first.
You used to lick it.
No, I would eat the
Swallow
paper.
the paper.
Eat the paper. Sometimes there'd be a piece of paper stuck to it. I'd eat the paper, and then I would savor this because it's hard. You have to carefully, slowly chew it and savor it. It is delicious. It's coconut, which is so healthy for you, I now know, and brown sugar. Totally delicious. Busta, nothing like a Busta. And this is done in the old way. They now have them flavored in coffee and so on. I'm
knew them.
salivating.
I knew them as Busmajar from
Busmajar, Bustamante jar bowl. Busmajar.
I got a pineapple.
See,
I got a pineapple.
And we're gonna give
I
this
got a
to a
pineapple.
lucky person.
I got a pineapple. So hold on a second. How much longer before this, right?
Not too long, girl.
Meaning what? 2 days, 5 days, 3 days? You can't eat right now. And them sweet. Oh, so the cowboy one, and the other one was the MD4.
Sir Alexander Bustamante died on August 6, 1977, the anniversary of the day on which Jamaica gained independence from Britain. Each year, on February 24, his birthday, a memorial service is held to honor his memory. Even though the Blenheim Heritage Site is a perfect addition to the Jamaican tourism product, many Jamaicans at home and in the diaspora do not know of its existence. What Blenheim needs now is to be marketed to reach not just the visitors to the island to learn more about our heritage, but also our own people, especially our children.